for the applause, applause, live for the applause, applause, live for the way that you
Guys, I'm going bananas. Yeah, that's what I say to the bananas when I leave my house. I'm going bananas. Okay, I can't take credit for that. Shout out to Derek the comedian for that, what I think is an awesome joke. And welcome back to Kellie TV. There were a few acts which I thought were amazing in this episode, and a few others which I thought were and then some which were absolutely terrible. So it was another week of auditions on AGT, and we started the show with another magician, and once again I'm thinking, are you gonna be as good or better than Smoothini, my main man? And this guy's name was Rogue, and he had a little act with a staple gun, and he needed an assistant, and his assistant was Mel B, and he wanted her to put a loaded staple gun or a not loaded staple gun up to his head and then pull the trigger, but she had to figure out if it was loaded or not. Yeah, it was pretty crazy, and to answer my earlier question, no, he's not as good as Smoothini. Smoothini still holds my #1 place for Best Act so far this year. Well, up next we had some Ratchet Women, men, I don't know, but these guys came out making fun of Ratchet Women, and if you don't know what Ratchet is, it's like, you know, trashy. Look it up, Google Urban Dictionary. Some people in the Beamly room, AGT room on Beamly, were asking what Ratchet was. We're not talking about a tool here, we're talking about the slang word ratchet. So these two guys dressed as women had this little skit. Apparently they have videos on YouTube and already have quite a following, but a lot of the judges just did not see the humor in this. I thought it was kind of funny. Did I think it was like $1 million funny? No, not a chance. So they seriously were not going to make it through. Howie liked them so much that he gave them the golden buzzer. So they are going to the next round, and Howie has used his one golden buzzer of the season. Alright, so up next we had a really cool and unique act, and his name is Loop, and he's a Wild West performer, and he was doing a lot of really cool rope tricks, and some of those tricks even involved the rope being on fire. I'm not really one for the Western acts, or I probably would not pay to see him, but I think for what he did, I do find him really talented, and the judges really liked him. So the band Beach Avenue, have I heard them before on my radio? Because don't they totally sound like they would already be signed? I thought they were really good and they sounded really professional. I just can't believe they haven't already been discovered. The judges like them, and I think we'll definitely be hearing more from Beach Avenue in the future. I love pet acts, so I was so happy to see Joe and Tika, the talking parrot, up next, and she did not disappoint because she had a lot of things to say, and she even sang 2 songs, and one of them was a happy birthday to Mel B. I loved it when the audience was laughing and then Tika started laughing back at them. I thought she was super, super cute. It really takes a very, very, very good animal act to possibly win it all, and I don't think Tika is going to do that, but I think she's really awesome, probably the best bird act that I've seen. So Sal is a vet who now works for the Wounded Warrior Project, and we find out that he actually lost his leg in combat, which is very, very sad, but he wanted to come back home and follow his dreams of being a singer, so he sang Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone. He had a really interesting voice, and I liked his backstory, even though that's not what he's judged on, but I also thought he was super talented. I thought he was good, and everyone really liked him and appreciated his story. So then we had Joe, the comedian, and Joe is, you know, he was okay. He was kind of funny. I thought he had really good stage presence, and I thought he was super confident. He was marginally funny in my opinion, and I don't think he's going to go very far. So he was just okay for me. Alright, so Kellie is a singer, and she has an awesome name, don't you guys think? And she'd actually been on AGT before in 2009. She made it to the Vegas round, but she was sadly cut, and she said that was just a devastating experience for her, and it's taken her years to try to come back and start over. I believe she said she's a waitress now, and she wants to keep following her dream. So she took on a Whitney song, which I've always heard people say don't take on like the classics like Whitney or someone like Mariah, but I think she did a pretty good job with it. I do not think she's as talented as other singers we've had this season, like Mara, the child singer. But, you know, she's okay. I wasn't blown away by her, but I didn't think she was bad either. I think my favorite of the night, and I did really like the bird, but honestly I was just laughing hysterically when Derek the comedian came out, and I did not know at first if I was going to find him funny because he was just so awkward, and I wasn't sure if that was like part of his skit or if that's really him, and at this point I'm thinking that that's really how he acts, but his humor is just right up my alley because it's like elementary school jokes, and I thought it was so super funny, and I love the transparent joke and the bananas joke, and he just had like hit after hit, and I loved how he was so like shy about telling them. He kind of reminded me of like Martin Short, very old school SNL, if you've ever seen that or if you're old enough to remember that, and how he said he actually reminded him of himself, and I thought he was funny. I don't think he's gonna win at all, but I would love to see him again and see if he has any other good material. So this woman comes out, Kailyn, and you just don't know what to think about her, but they really were playing her up with a backstory about how she was really good at karaoke. So I was thinking that this woman may be like another Susan Boyle. She may be like freaking amazing. So the music starts, and I think we were all pretty surprised to hear Lady Gaga's Bad Romance. And it turns out that Kailyn is pretty terrible. In fact, I've heard much better karaoke singers. So Kailyn, I think you need to stick to the karaoke scene, even if people appreciate you doing that. But she had a really good personality, and she was cool, and she even had dance moves, so, you know, you gotta give her credit for that. So we ended the night with someone who was like Albert Einstein's twin, 84-year-old Ray, who just started performing when he was 72. Seems like we hear these kind of stories a lot. And he also plays piano as he sings. So he started out kind of like, you know, okay. And he's singing this song about a girl. And all of a sudden it goes somewhere very strange. And you know what I mean if you've seen it. Because this girl that he was kind of interested in ends up actually being a dude. And I thought it was really funny. I love the surprise. You just did not expect that from this guy, and that's kind of what made the whole act. And as Howard said, if he hadn't thrown the surprise in there, he probably would have been buzzed. So I thought Ray was cool. I hope he has more like humorous songs like that because that's different and just really funny. I think everyone over in the Beamly AGT room also really liked Ray and several other of the acts tonight. A lot of them liked the Ratchet guys / girls. And if you have never been to Beamly, then you totally need to join us because I chat there live with anyone who wants to be there because it's totally free, and we talk about AGT while it's on. You can share your opinions about who's good and who's bad, who should go, who should stay, and we just have such a good time there. So I'm going to put that link down below so you can join me next week. And as always, thank you so much for watching this episode of Kellie TV, and I will see you next time.